Now, coming to the next fixture, that's Southampton versus Liverpool. Now, Southampton is 19th and they have conceded 22.4 expected goals conceded, as you can see in this graphic. So, it will be a very difficult game for Wolves, in my opinion. And since I own Strand Larsen and not Mathis Cunha, that's why I am in a dilemma currently. Since this is also an away fixture, I believe it should be not that much easy for Palmer. But having said that, the haul potential is a lot. Hey guys, welcome back to another video from the Football Herd. Hope you're doing wonderfully well. So again, in this video I'll be having 4 sections. The first one will be covering the best fixtures to target for game week 12, then the transfer possibilities that I have for this game week, and then the team selection for game week 12, and last but not the least, I'll be doing the captaincy metrics, where I'll compare 3 players and I'll discuss at length about who is my captaincy choice, and I'll give you relevant recommendations accordingly. So if you do find this video engaging, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to my channel. That will mean a lot to me. So without delaying any further, let's get started. In this section, I'll be talking about the best fixtures to target for game week 12. So I'll be talking about 4 fixtures. The first one being the Leicester versus Chelsea game, then the Southampton versus Liverpool game, then the Ipswich versus United game, and the Newcastle versus West Ham game. Among the 10 games, these 4 are the most lucrative ones, and this has a lot of haul potential according to me. Now talking about the first fixture, now Leicester is already having 20 expected goals conceded in the opening 11 games. So I believe that they are quite leaky at the back, and Chelsea can capitalize on assets like Palmer, Jackson can wreak havoc. Now coming to the next fixture, that's Southampton versus Liverpool. Now Southampton is 19th and they have conceded 22.4 expected goals conceded, as you can see in this graphic. Now you can also take a look at the performance graphic, where you'll be seeing that Southampton have underperformed a lot. So this could also be a very good game week for Liverpool to keep a clean sheet also, because they are not that clinical going forward. And assets like Virgil van Dijk, then Mohamed Salah, then if Luis Diaz starts, then these are very lucrative in my opinion. Now coming to the next fixture, that's Ipswich versus United. Now United with the new manager, and finally Amorim is here, and I believe that since it's an away fixture and Ipswich are quite adventurous when they play at home, this should be a goal feast in my opinion. And I do not believe that United will not concede any goals, but there is also a probability of clean sheet. If Amorim is trying to implement the 3-4-3 system and it's pretty compact, then assets like Dele, Dalot, Mazraoui will also be very lucrative. And having said that, it's very interesting to see as to how he will be utilizing Bruno, because the upside of owning Bruno is huge in this fixture. And if you're seeing that he is one of those talisman and he's playing that crucial lean forward or very narrow forward position that Amorim utilizes wonderfully, then he will be someone to keep close tabs on, in my opinion. Now coming to the 4th fixture, that's Newcastle versus West Ham. In this one, that we can see that West Ham is also lying in the bottom, and it's ranked 14th or 15th in the expected goals conceded. So assets like Isak, Anthony Gordon will be crucial, and Bowen from the other side. So these are the 4 fixtures that I would like to target for game week 12. In my transfer possibilities, I have 3 options. The first is Trent to Gabriel. The second is Trent to Gabriel and Strand Larsen to João Pedro. The third is Trent to Gabriel and also Palmer to Saka. Now I'm leaning towards making the first one because I'm not willing to take hits. In option 2 and option 3, I'll be having to take a -4 hit, which I'm not that much willing to take. But in case Palmer is not fit, then I'll go with option 3. And if I believe that João Pedro has a lot of upside, and Strand Larsen facing Fulham, who have looked quite compact at the back, and they are ranked 4th in expected goals conceded, Fulham. So it will be a very difficult game for Wolves in my opinion. And since I own Strand Larsen and not Mathis Cunha, that's why I am in a dilemma currently. I haven't locked in any transfers, but I'm willing and leaning towards the first option itself. I have Flecken, who faces an Everton side who have conceded nearly 16 expected goals conceded and are ranked 11, and I've only kept 3 clean sheets. Now having said that, Flecken is a shot-stopping monster, and the upcoming 2 fixtures are quite lucrative in my opinion for Brentford, even though they have not been able to keep any clean sheets, and Flecken has only given 29 points. But I'm not willing to make a goalkeeper transfer. That's why I'm sticking to Mark Flecken as of now. Now in my defense, the first man that I have is Guardiola, who has already scored 3 goals from 16 shots and created 3 big chances. And he already has an XGI of 1.9, I beg your pardon. And he's already scored 50 points. He was supposed to score 43.81, but he has surpassed that. And you can see in this graphic that he is in that Gabriel, Romero, Pedro Porro cluster itself in the center of the park. And the expected goals conceded and the expected goals involvement is also pretty decent in my opinion. And Spurs have conceded a lot of goals and are ranked 5th when we talk about the expected goals conceded. And they have not been that much good when they are traveling. So in my opinion, this should be a very good fixture for Guardiola, and I'm hoping for some fruitful returns from him. Now coming to the next defender, that is Aït-Nouri. Now Aït-Nouri has already scored 3 goals from his 13 shots and already created 5 big chances. Now his expected goals involvement is also similar to Guardiola's 1.9, and he's already scored 36 points. And his fixture against Fulham is a bit difficult in my opinion. But having said that, even if they're not able to keep a clean sheet, then I'm hoping that he will be adventurous and utilizing his left wing back position and making those attacking runs and returns. So fingers crossed there. Now coming to the next pick, that's Gabriel. Now Gabriel has a couple of goals from 12 shots and he's already created 2 big chances. And he's also at par with the likes of Aït-Nouri and Guardiola when you talk about the expected goals involvement. It's just a bit greater than 1.9. And he has already scored 45 points. But off late, Arsenal are not looking that much compact at the back. But I believe starting from this game week, they have a very good patch of games, and it's a sea of green in my opinion. And this fixture against Nottingham Forest should be quite decent one. And Forest have already conceded 11.73 expected goals conceded and have ranked 2. So they are also pretty compact, and Arsenal also very compact. So this should be a very low scoring game week in my opinion when we talk about this fixture. Now coming to my midfield 5 comprises of the first player, that is none other than Emil Smith-Rowe. Now I was pretty certain that I will transfer Emil Smith-Rowe out, but having seen his wonderful performance of late, I am sticking to him. And he has already scored 3 goals from 18 shots and created 5 big chances. And he has 3.3 XGI, and his total points tally stands at 54. Even though he faces a difficult game against Wolves, but having said that, Wolves have also been pretty shambolic at the back, and they have conceded nearly 20 XGC and are ranked 17th, and have only kept 1 clean sheet. So I can definitely hope for Smith-Rowe hauling again. Now coming to the main man, that is Mohamed Salah, who is in scintillating form, has already scored 8 goals from 33 shots and created 14 big chances with an XGI of 8.5, and he has crossed that 100 points mark, and he stands at 107. Has a Southampton fixture who have conceded 22.44 XGC and ranked 19th. So it should be a goal feast for Liverpool in my opinion, and Mohamed Salah should definitely shine. Now coming to the next player, that's Morgan Rogers. Now Rogers has amassed 45 points, which is due to his 3 goals from 20 shots and 5 big chances which he has created. His XGI is also pretty awesome, and it's around 4. And he faces a Crystal Palace side who have conceded 16 expected goals conceded and have only kept 2 clean sheets. So again, this should be a very good game for Rogers itself. Now, last but not the least, Mbeumo completes my midfield, who has already scored 76 points, and he's up there when we talk about the leading midfielders. And he has contributed to with 8 goals and 22 shots, and created 9 big chances. And he was supposed to score around 54 points, but he has surpassed that and scored 76, as I was mentioning. And he has an Everton fixture. And Everton are ranked 11th when we talk about the expected goals conceded, and they have only kept 3 clean sheets. But having said that, off late, Everton are looking quite compact at the back. In the last 5-6 game weeks, you can see that they have looked pretty decent than what they were, featuring in the first 6 game weeks. But after the first 6 game weeks, they have looked quite solid, and I believe that it should not be that much easy of a fixture. But having said that, it should be pretty easy in my opinion eventually. Now I beg your pardon, Palmer is my last player who completes my midfield. Now he has 7 goals from 36 shots and created 12 big chances, and he is the second highest point scorer in midfield if I'm not wrong, with 84 points. and he has a Leicester game. But Leicester are ranked 18th, just like I was speaking when I was talking about the first section in the fixtures to target. So this is another very good fixture to target, and Palmer should have a very decent game in my opinion if he is deemed fit. Now coming to the forwards, I have a forward two of Strand Larsen and Erling Haaland. Now Strand Larsen has 4 goals from 15 shots and created 5 big chances with an XGI of 2.9. And he has already scored 45 points. And having said that, Fulham have conceded only 12.43 expected goals conceded and ranked 4th, and have kept only 2 clean sheets. So that makes it a very difficult fixture for him. So I'm not keeping very high expectations from him. And coming to Erling Haaland, now Haaland has 12 goals from 55 shots and created 12 big chances with an expected goals involvement of 11.5, and his points tally stands at 82. Now he has not been that much scintillating of late, and you're seeing that people are transferring him out. But I'm not one of them who will be transferring Haaland out, because I believe that he still has that upside and potential. Even though his ownership has dropped quite significantly, and he faces a Spurs side who are not that much good when we talk about the away fixtures, and they've only kept a couple of clean sheets. So Haaland is a clear hold for me, and I'm hoping a lot from Haaland from this game week. In the captaincy metrics, I have opted for Mohamed Salah, Erling Haaland and Cole Palmer as the final shortlist. Now Salah, because he has a Southampton away game, and Southampton have been pretty shambolic at the back and are ranked 19th with only 1 clean sheet, and they have an expected goals conceded of 22.44. That means they are already expected to concede at least 2 goals or more in each fixture. And having an informed Mohamed Salah visit Southampton should be a very lucrative fixture for Salah captainers in my opinion. And Salah is up there in the number 2 slot when we talk about the expected goals involvement with 8.5, as you can see. Now coming to Erling Haaland, Erling Haaland has a Spurs home game, and Spurs are ranked 5th when we talk about the expected goals conceded. They have an XGC of 13, and just like I was mentioning, in the away fixtures, I believe only 1 out of 5 fixtures they have won when we're talking about the away games this time round. And Erling Haaland is also firing on all cylinders in the international break. Also, we have seen him, in the prolific form. And since City are not playing that much good football currently, I believe that they will bounce back eventually, and this could be a very good place to start, since it's also a home fixture for them. Now coming to the next option, that is Cole Palmer. Now Cole Palmer has a Leicester away fixture, and if he is deemed fit, and then I believe that it should be a very awesome game for Cole Palmer. Now why I'm saying this, because I have seen Leicester play and they are completely all over the park when we talk about the defensive prowess, and which is completely and clearly evident from the fact that they also have a very high expected goals conceded, which is nearly 20. And since this is also an away fixture, I believe it should be not that much easy for Palmer. But having said that, the haul potential is a lot, and the bookies are also having very high hopes from Cole Palmer from this game week. Now having said that, and considering all the aspects and the data that you can see on the screen, Salah is the best captaincy choice in my opinion, followed by Erling Haaland and then Cole Palmer. If you want a detailed look at the Game Week 12 watch list, make sure you check out this video. I have showcased 3 players for each section. That's a midfield, defender and attacker. And if you have liked this video, please do drop a like and subscribe to my channel. And all the best for Game Week 12, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.